Hey all, this is part 2 of our 3-part sort of video on demand, or elasticity of demand. More specifically, in this video, we're going to go over the total revenue test. What should you do if you get locked out of your house? You should talk to the lock, because communication is the key.
All right, so this is going to be the part 2 to our elasticity video that we did in the last video. So the total revenue test is just another way to determine if the demand curve is going to be elastic or inelastic. In the last video, we talked about the equation to calculate our price elasticity of demand, or PED, is going to be the percent change in quantity over the percent change in price. And so we said, right, that if the number is greater than 1, right, it is going to be elastic. If the number is less than 1, it is inelastic or relatively inelastic. And if the number is 1, it is unit elastic, right? Well, the total revenue test is just another way to determine if the curve is elastic, inelastic, relatively inelastic, or unit elastic here, right? So this is just another way to determine it. And in my opinion, this is going to be a slightly easier way. So the total revenue test, we first have to start off with what exactly is total revenue. Our equation for total revenue is just price times quantity, right? So here, right, if our price of a good is $5 and we're selling 10 units of the good, our total revenue, right, is going to equal $50, or just price times quantity. Right. So all the total revenue test is it uses elasticity to determine how the change in price is going to affect our total revenue at the end of the day. So this is our total revenue test, okay? If the price increases and then our total revenue increases, you are inelastic. If our price decreases and our total revenue decreases, you are also inelastic. If our price increases and our total revenue decreases, you are elastic. If your price decreases and your total revenue increases, you are also elastic. And then unit elastic is when price changes and total revenue remains unchanged, right? Then you are unit elastic, okay? That is all the total revenue test is. And so here, right, there's a couple examples, guided practice here. So here it's asking, is the range between A and B elastic, inelastic, or unit elastic, right? And so we're going to assume that this is A and this is B. Well, here we first need to figure out the total revenue. Well, the total revenue, right, for good A is 10 times 1,000, or 10 times 100, which gets us to 1,000. Well, for B, the total revenue is 5 times 225. Well, and then that gives us to 1,125 here. So what happened to price, right? Well, here our price went from $10 to $5, so our price increased. Well, what happened to total revenue? Well, we did that, right? It increased from 1,000. Price decreased. Price decreased. Well, what happened to our total revenue? Well, our total revenue went from 1,000 to 1,125. So our total revenue increased. And so if we go back, right, when price decreases and total revenue increases, we are elastic. And so here, we're going to say our demand curve is elastic because, right, our price decreased and our total revenue increased here. And that's what the total revenue test is. All right, guys, so this was a short video. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.